Hello world, welcome to a new edition of the Ars Electronica Home Delivery Inside Festival program. This is the very last edition before we start into the festival with the big bang during the next 5 days here from Linz and all over from the world. My name is Veronika Liebl. I'm the Director of European Cooperation here at Ars Electronica, and today I'm here with my colleague Jessica Galerov, who is the producer of European projects and in particular responsible for the European Artificial Intelligence Lab. Artificial intelligence is our today's keyword. As in all the last weeks, we are guiding you today to some of our partners. Partners who are preparing currently in these hours a huge festival, hybrid and physically, from all over the world, from more than 120 locations during the next 5 days for you. Today we have invited CPN, the Center for Promotion of Science from Belgrade in Serbia, as well as the CLIC Festival from Denmark. Our today's partner are well known as partners from the European Artificial Intelligence Lab, which is co-funded by the Creative Europe program of the European Union. This program actually centers visions and expectations, fears, and also problems we associate with artificial intelligence, and concentrates not only on the scientific and technological topics, but really also on ethical, cultural, educational, and legal aspects of artificial intelligence. Let's look into the project's trailer and also share a couple of memories from last year's festival program. The latest developments in artificial intelligence truly are astonishing, and they will soon be advancing exponentially with the increasing scientific and economic power that is invested by research and industry. However, artificial intelligence and machine learning are also difficult to understand, not only for the general audience, and also to be trusted. So innovation and artificial intelligence needs a drastically stronger commitment to contribute to an increased understanding, trust, legal framework, and also ethics in order to allow the adoption of the technology. The European Artificial Intelligence Lab, which is co-funded by the Creative Europe program of the European Union, focuses also next to these scientific and technological topics, also on legal, cultural, ethical and educational aspects of artificial intelligence. Over the course of the project, over the course of 3 years, we are realizing 26 residencies, 64 educational programs, 9 performances, 150 training events, and also 22 exhibitions. In case this triggered your interest, please feel free to join us during the next 5 days and during the festival. Visit our festival website and go to the AI-specific program points. Select the tag of AI Lab or go to one of the multiple playlists on YouTube which are presenting all the artists working with AI. But for now, let's start journeys. Jessica, please.
Thank you, Veronica. After seeing now the AI Lab teaser, which gave you some impressions of the many activities of the AI Lab, it is my pleasure to introduce to you today one of the AI Lab partners who participates at the Ars Electronica Festival. Actually, there are quite a few AI Lab partners that are hosting Ars Electronica Gardens. We have one in Athens by Onassis Stegi, one in Belgrade by the Center for the Promotion of Science, one in Helsingør in Denmark. We have Science Gallery Dublin as a partner. We are in Nantes with a partner Le Unique. Laboral in Curon will also be joining the festival, as well as Hexagon Atelier Art Science in Grenoble. And finally, there is Capella Gallery, which is part of the Slovenia Garden. Our first journey takes us to the Ars Electronica Garden Helsingør, which is organized by the Culture Yard. The Culture Yard is a multicultural center situated in the beautiful city of Elsinore in Denmark, in one of the Nordic epic centers of culture, with old shipyard halls, award-winning modern architecture, and the old Hamlet Castle, all in the mix. Their program focuses on AI and humanity. Works produced by the Culture Yard include everything from immersive experiences in the 4D box, hologram stage with a live performer and an AI interacting with audiences, to online artist talks and activities. They have produced 3 AI works, which all explore the existential and ethical dilemmas that arise when artificial intelligence simulates humanity and human emotions by harvesting not only our data, but also our memories. But without giving away too much, I would now like to give the word to Michael Fock, the director of the Culture Yard, who will introduce their program in detail.
Welcome to the Culture Yard in Elsinore, Denmark, from where we produce and present thousands of yearly events, but also festivals as the Art, Technology and Society Festival CLIC. We are proud to present the Ars Electronica Garden Helsingør for you, presenting a program focused on artificial intelligence and humanity. A human being is human and artificial intelligence is a machine, but could an AI become human? This has fascinated humans for decades, and this is what we want to investigate at the Culture Yard in Elsinore with the different productions. One of them, The Shadow, inspired by Hans Christian Andersen's tale by the same name, is under production. In this production, we have a protagonist on stage, which is a real AI, probably for the first time in history, acting with a real actor in flesh and blood. But let's go into the halls. Just behind the Culture Yard, we have the old industrial shipyard halls. Here we host the CLIC Festival. From here we present, produce and develop art productions that focus or uses new technologies. Every year we present the CLIC Festival in these industrial spaces where they used to produce ships. The CLIC Festival plays a major role for the development of the art tech scene in Denmark and internationally as well. As a part of the Ars Electronica Garden Helsingør, we have had the possibility also to work with and present both a big international co-production with Meyer Schmerke called Brute Force, which focuses on the future of market-driven diagnostics, wearables, and AI-based health monitoring technologies via a human and a dog performer climbing through an installation of platforms and empty spaces. A national production with experimenting artists and researchers in the production's collective e-memories, which work with the memories that are coupled with our bodies, a virtual archive or landscape of memories where the audience can contribute with memories as well as explore other people's memories. A new digital production by Artificial Mind, and also a showcase of a part of the 3D stage production, The Shadow. But let's go to the 40 box. Welcome to the 40 box, our digital lab and stage at the Culture Yard in Elsinore. We're standing in a black box with lots of technology. A stage with 3D foil, technology stereoscopic projectors with free-floating projections in 3D, with glasses, live actors that can interact via Kinect sensors that detect where a live person is on the stage and place her in any virtual 3D universe in order to make the real world and our 3D generated particle world emerge. From where we develop and produce immersive 3D stage productions with free-floating 3D images and stereoscopic game worlds interacting with live actors on a stage. The performance, The Shadow, is produced in this unique 40 box where digital 3D universes mix with live actors. The meeting between the human being and its virtual shadow, represented by a data-driven AI, is in the focus of the performance. Let me explain. We chose to give it the shape of an AI cloud. It has its own special voice, and it's trained on authors as Virginia Woolf, Hans Christian Andersen, Plato, and many others. But many times we actually don't know what it will say, since it's connected to the big web. It has an algorithm that harvests feelings, it can move by itself, and it takes shapes and colors by the interactions with the actors and the audience. There is also an actor, a human being, a young girl. She is interacting with the AI. She really wants to find her soul match. Being omnipresent on the net, The Shadow can help her. They trade. The stereoscopic 3D universe offers us the possibility to create a sculptured representation of an AI that can interact with its surroundings. The visualization is connected with the actual algorithm of the AI so that certain aspects of its form, design, and actions reflect the processes behind its intelligence. What is the drama in this? The production is created and developed as an artistic and technological investigation, using the newest technologies to frame a story about the rising use and occupation of information, social media, and machine learning technologies. And some practical informations. The stage production, The Shadow, premieres in January 2021 at the Culture Yard and is developed with the funding from EU AI Lab, the Danish Art Council, and the Culture Yard itself. It is our plan to tour the world with this production, but we also look forward to see you in the Ars Electronica Garden at Elsinore soon.
So if you want to see the live version of the 4D Box performance called Shadow, we invite you to watch our live stream on September 12th, it's a Saturday at 3 p.m. Central European Summer Time.
Now we are moving forward to Eastern Europe and to the partner in the capital of Serbia, to Belgrade. The Center of Promotion of Science is presenting now in the 5th consecutive year a program at the Nexus of Art and Science. With workshops, exhibitions, and performances, they offer this as a regular annually program to the audiences in Serbia, but also to international audiences. Annually also, they issue an open call for national artists to collaborate with scientists and research organizations. The results of these collaborations from artists and scientists will be presented in the exhibition this year in a couple of days during the festival in Serbia, as well as online for streaming. Let's look into the program.
The 5th edition of the Art Plus Science program just started in Belgrade. It wasn't as we planned back at the beginning of the year. Originally it was planned for July, but due to all circumstances we were forced to halt it a bit and to move for September. Originally it was planned to be dedicated fully to the artificial intelligence and many of its manifestations. However, we were forced to restructure and reconsider our approach and actually to involve new realities that we faced since the beginning of this year. Unfortunately, also we had to postpone all international guests and presentations this year, so Art Plus Science edition number 5 is formally untitled as Art Plus Science Lab, meaning that our work is in progress and we're just presenting a sequence of our achievements to integrate science deeper into society and to initiate long-lasting collaborations and interdisciplinary teams between artists, scientists, and creators and professionals of all kinds. In 2015, after our initial involvement in the European Digital Art and Science Network, CPN starts to establish the direct links between scientific and educational communities with artists participating in our diverse art and science projects and networks. I'm really glad for being able to present our winning artwork, Digital Prayer. It is based on the dichotomy, on the analysis between two major symbols, one based in our traditions in the Middle Ages, which is linked to the traditional Byzantine-based icons done by Serbian artists in Middle Ages, and also the artificial creation of image based on machine learning and machine vision, which is one of the unavoidable segments of the current AI developments. Although Christina is quite a young artist, actually her approach, her attempt is based on her quite detailed investigations before. This version is the last, final version of her ideas how to analyze and open our tradition through Orthodox Byzantine-based icons, and on the other side how to represent advanced technologies. She collected more than 4,000 digital reproduction of original Byzantine-style icons. Systems were more or less fed by them for a long period of time, and they were learned how to analyze them, how to do the analysis in order to create a further synthesis of based on that data. In this context, we can ask the question whether the artificially created image in 21st century, based on whatever kind of inputs, in this kind it's an Orthodox icon, could fulfill the needs of humans of our time, like it was a lot of centuries ago, when artists then created religious images which are trying to share that story about invisible God, about invisible stories behind. Like today, where a lot of invisibility is going on inside the technological AI-based systems, in that time, centuries ago, actually the religion was also creating a reality behind the things that we can approach by our senses.
The work Ivy is one of two projects developed within the Art Plus Science Plus CPN selection. A selection started early this year with a series of meetings and discussions on different topics surrounding artificial intelligence. From a series of these meetings, two groups of artists were formed, and a group of 5 artists and scientists started developing the Ivy project. Ivy is a pervasive game. It is a mobile app that can be downloaded and used by anybody. The game takes the player through a journey around mapped landmarks around Belgrade city center. Every location within the game problematizes and starts a series of questions surrounding a certain topic important for artificial intelligence.
Aerosonar is an audio spatial installation which translates current and publicly available data of air pollution, and it translates it to the collective melody which this installation represents. Actually, Aerosonar team members were interested in sonifying the air pollution data publicly available, which is usually visually presented, and they wanted to make a melody out of the raw data. They analyzed the air pollution data, chose the parameters they wanted to sonify, made and shaped the sounds and final melodies attached to each of the parameters, materializing all of the elements in one experience that they named Aerosonar.
Filip Kostic is of a Serbian origin, and he was born in the 1990s, but he has emigrated to the United States where he has already achieved significant results in his career. I would say that he's a real representative of his generation. And this work, which is specially commissioned by the Center of the Promotion of Science for this occasion, for this exhibition, is entitled Running at a Frame Rate. To produce this video, Filip Kostic was playing with a software which is called Unreal Engine, in which the environments were generated thanks to due to the frame rate and the strength of the frame rate. And basically, it is a very software-based story that is somehow connected to the poetics of the time of the newest generation of digital natives. We are standing in front of two videos by Viktorija Vesna. Here we have behind me we have the animation, which is taking the aesthetics from the origami birds and is following the behavioral patterns of the large flock of birds, 500,000 flock of birds. And this is based on the data that she has accumulated together with Charles Taylor, who is a biologist. So what they did later on, they made a large environment thanks to the technical capabilities at the Tsukuba University, and it is a 3-day projected space in which people were exposed to the environment as if they were taking part in the flock of birds. So all the people who took part in this environment, they were monitored by sensors that were exactly positioned in the space. And it is a kind of a way of understanding how we can go against the Anthropocene and how people can calculate in different species in their behaviorals and how all these behavioral patterns can function together.
This work, New Scope, is collaborative work of Vladan Joler with Matteo Pasquinelli. It is a cartography on the limits of artificial intelligence. It ended as a provocation to both computer sciences and the humanities. Its main purpose is to challenge the mystification of artificial intelligence. In this work, machine learning is considered as an instrument of knowledge magnification and helps to perceive features, patterns, and correlations through vast spaces of data beyond human reach.
We as humans truly need to provide probably new means, new ways how to behave, how to treat nature, how to be more careful about our surrounding, our environments. In that sense, the exhibition Intelligence 01 is treating at the same time artificial intelligence as a motivation behind, as a thing which is in focus of our activities inside European Artificial Intelligence Lab project, but also at the same time new realities that literally instantly emerge at the beginning of year 2020.
Thanks to both our partners, the Culture Yard and the Center for the Promotion of Science, for giving us an inside look into their gardens. If you're interested and want to see more of their program, or also more of the EILAB Partners programs, we welcome you to join the online part of the Ars Electronica Festival from tomorrow on. All you have to do is visit the Ars Electronica Festival website, which is the central directory of all virtual events. So thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you from tomorrow on, and goodbye.
Goodbye.